It's 9:47 on a summer night. The dishes are done, the house is finally quiet. And then, way off in the distance, boom! One low, rolling thump you almost feel more than hear. And before the echo even fades, your best friend is already gone. You find them a minute later, wedged behind the toilet, shaking, panting so hard their whole chest is heaving, eyes wide, staring at nothing. And you drop to your knees on that cold bathroom floor and you say, it's okay, I'm here." And it doesn't help. It never helps. And in that moment, you feel completely, utterly helpless. Because you can't explain to them that it's just a celebration. You can't tell them the sky isn't falling. But what if I told you that the shaking, the hiding, the panting, none of it is the real problem? What if the reason nothing you've tried has worked isn't that your dog is broken or stubborn or just anxious, but that the whole rescue was starting at the wrong moment? What if the calm you've been begging for at 9:47 was actually supposed to begin at 8:47, a full hour before the first boom? Stay with me, because once you see this, you can't unsee it. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ben Carter, your neighborhood veterinarian, and I want you to know something right up front. This is one of the most common things pet parents ask me about. Fireworks season, storm season, my inbox fills up, and so does my exam room. And the story is almost always the same. A loving owner, a little embarrassed, saying, "Dr. Ben, I feel like I've tried everything and my dog still falls apart. Am I doing something wrong?" And here's the first thing I tell every single one of them. No, you're not doing anything wrong. You're doing something loving. It's just aimed at the wrong moment. There's no guilt in my clinic, only education and love. So let's get you educated. Here's where we're headed. First, I'm going to show you the one well-meaning comfort that quietly backfires. You're almost certainly doing it, and it's not your fault. Second, we're going inside your dog's body during a storm, because what they're experiencing is so much bigger than loud noise, and it changes everything about how you help. And third, I'm going to hand you the exact routine. I call it the 1-hour comfort shield, that you can start building tonight with things already in your kitchen. If you learned something today, hit that subscribe button as we go, because it genuinely helps this channel reach more dogs who are hiding behind more toilets tonight. Maybe grab a notebook. There are going to be numbers. So let's talk about the thing that backfires. When the booms start and your best friend melts down, what's your very first instinct? You get down on their level. You make your voice soft and high, and you say, "Oh, it's okay, poor baby, it's okay." Right? Of course you do. That's love. That's the most human thing in the world. But here's what I need you to understand. In a scared dog's world, you are the leader. You're the one they're watching to answer one question. Is this actually dangerous? And when you rush over with wide eyes, a high, tight, worried voice, and frantic energy, you're not sending calm. You're broadcasting alarm. You're basically confirming it. You're saying, "Yes, you're right. Something is terribly wrong." It's like the captain of a ship running onto the deck screaming during a little rainstorm. The passengers weren't panicking until they saw the captain's face. Now, I want to be really clear, because I don't want you walking away with the wrong lesson. This does not mean ignore your dog. It does not mean leave them alone to toughen up. That's an old myth, and it's wrong. You absolutely can and should be with them. Calm touch, a slow, steady voice, quietly sitting nearby. That's wonderful, and it helps. The enemy was never comfort. The enemy is panicked comfort. It's the frantic energy underneath it. So we're not going to remove your love. We're just going to change its temperature. From hot, fast, and worried, to cool, slow, and boring. You be the calmest, most boring anchor in the room, and your dog borrows that calm from you. And here's why we've been treating this the wrong way. We keep trying to fix the fear after it's already exploded, but by the time your dog is behind the toilet, their brain is flooded. There's no reasoning with it, no soothing it away in real time. That's like waiting for the check engine light to come on and then trying to argue with it. You weren't treating the wrong dog, my friends. You were treating the fear at the wrong moment. So when does the real work happen? Let's find out, because it's earlier than you think. To understand the comfort shield, you have to understand what a storm actually feels like from inside your dog. And I promise you, it is so much more than sound. Let's start with hearing. Your dog hears roughly 4 times better than you do. Higher, farther, sharper. So that firework that made you flinch? To them, it's not a pop. It's a physical blast that fills the whole house. Now stack the next layer on top. Dogs feel the low vibrations, the deep rumble of thunder, or a big shell traveling up through the floor and into their paws and chest. The ground itself feels alive. And now the third layer, the one almost nobody talks about. Smell. Their nose is thousands of times more sensitive than ours, and they can smell the gunpowder in the air, the sharp metallic tang of ozone before a storm. So to your dog, this isn't one scary thing. It's an ambush from every direction at once, a sound they can't escape, a floor that's shaking, and an air full of strange, threatening smells. Of course they hide. Hiding is the only smart move they've got. I want you to try something right now. Wherever you are, pause this video, walk through your home, and find the smallest, most enclosed, quietest spot in it. A closet, a corner behind the couch, a bathroom. Notice how the walls close in around you, how the sound gets a little softer. That instinct you feel, this feels safer, that is exactly your dog's instinct. And it's the secret to everything we're about to do. We're not going to fight that instinct. We're going to build them the best version of it. I see this story in my exam room all the time. Picture a sweet, sensitive shepherd mix, the kind of dog who's brilliant and a little too tuned into the world. Every year, the owner tells me, storm season gets worse. First it was thunder, then it was fireworks. Then it was the neighbor's fireworks 2 towns over. The owner had tried holding him, hiding with him in the laundry room, even turning the TV all the way up. And it kept getting worse, because every rescue happened mid-panic. Too late, every time. Then we flipped it. We stopped waiting for the boom and started preparing a full hour before it. And a season later, that owner told me the most beautiful thing. She said, "Dr. Ben, last week there was a storm and I found him just lying in his spot. Awake, but calm. He looked at me like, 'I've got this.'" That's the goal. Not a dog who feels nothing, a dog who feels safe enough to ride it out. Research suggests, and in my experience, it's absolutely true, that preparation beats reassurance every single time. So let's build it. Now, step 1. This is the outside fix, the part you can do tonight with stuff you already own. We're going to construct the 1-hour comfort shield, and it has 4 layers. Think of it like a fortress. 4 walls built in the calm hour before the chaos. The first wall is the den. Remember that small, enclosed spot you just found? Your dog has one too. Watch where they already run. Behind the toilet? Under the bed? That's them telling you where they feel safe. So we make it official. If they love their crate, drape a couple of heavy blankets over 3 sides to turn it into a cozy, muffled cave. Leave one side open so they never feel trapped. No crate? A closet, a corner, a bathroom with a soft bed on the floor works beautifully. Here's the correct way to do it. Set it up a full 60 minutes early in the most interior room you have, the one with the fewest windows, deepest in the house. Then, close the curtains and blinds to block those bright flashes. If the room feels bright, Drape a dark blanket over the window. You want dim, small, and boring. If a covered crate is too expensive or you don't have one, a cardboard box on its side with a towel over it is basically free, and dogs love it. One safety note: the den is a comfort, never a cage. Never lock a panicking dog inside a closed crate. A truly frightened dog can hurt themselves trying to escape. The door stays open, always. So, the den is built. But 4 bare walls aren't enough. What turns a box into a fortress? Layer 2. Pressure. There's a simple bit of science here. Gentle, constant pressure around the body has a calming effect on the nervous system. The same reason a snug swaddle settles a crying baby, or a weighted blanket helps you sleep. For dogs, we use a pressure wrap. You may have heard of the brand name Snug Vests. You put it on about 30 minutes before you expect the noise, so your dog gets comfortable in it before the stress starts, not during. The correct fit is snug, like a firm hug, not tight. You should be able to slide 2 fingers underneath it easily. If those wraps are too expensive, here's the budget version that works surprisingly well. Take a snug-fitting t-shirt, put your dog's front legs through the sleeves, and tie the extra fabric up over their back in a little knot so it hugs the torso. Free and effective. Safety caveat: watch your dog in it. If they seem more stressed, freeze up, or try to bite at it, take it off. It's a tool, not a rule. And never leave a wrap on an unsupervised dog for hours. It can get too warm. 2 walls up. But your dog can still hear every boom. So the 3rd wall is sound. We're not trying to create silence. Silence just makes the next boom scarier by contrast. We're going to build a wall of steady, soothing sound to soften the edges. The best tool here is brown noise. It's like white noise, but deeper and warmer. A low, rumbly, ocean-like hush. It's fantastic at masking those sudden bangs. Search brown noise for dogs on any free app or video site. You'll find hours of it for nothing. Here's the correct way. Start it 45 minutes to an hour early, at a moderate volume. Comfortable for you, so it's never harsh for those sensitive ears. Place the speaker in or near the den. If brown noise isn't your thing, a fan on medium, a box fan, or calm instrumental music does the same job. The one rule? Introduce it on a calm, normal night first, so the sound itself becomes a signal of safety, not a brand new, weird thing that only shows up during scary times. 3 walls. And now, the roof. The layer that ties it all together, and is honestly my favorite. Layer 4. The frozen lick. Here's the beautiful science. When a dog licks, slowly, repetitively, it releases a flood of calming, feel-good chemicals in their brain. Licking is self-soothing. It literally lowers their heart rate. It's the canine version of a deep, slow breath. So we're going to hand your dog something they have to lick for a long, long time, right as the stress builds. Take a rubber stuffing toy or a flat rubber lick mat. Smear it with something safe and delicious, and freeze it solid overnight. Frozen means it lasts 20, 30, 40 minutes instead of 30 seconds. For the filling, safe options include plain unsweetened yogurt, a little mashed banana, a spoon of pure pumpkin, or a thin layer of xylitol-free peanut butter. And you give it to them about 15 to 20 minutes before the noise starts, while they're still calm enough to enjoy it. So licking becomes their anchor going into the storm. Now, this one needs your full attention because there are real safety rules. First, and this is the big one, your peanut butter must be xylitol-free. Xylitol, sometimes labeled birch sugar, is genuinely toxic to dogs, even in tiny amounts, and it hides in a lot of sugar-free and natural peanut butters. Read the label every time. Same goes for any broth or filling. No onion, no garlic, ever. Both are toxic to dogs. And introduce any new food on a normal day first, one ingredient at a time. Because if you debut 3 new foods during a fireworks show, you won't be soothing a scared dog, you'll be cleaning up diarrhea at 3 a.m. One new thing at a time. So there it is, your 4 walls, built in the hour before the first boom. A dim, muffled den. A snug wrap. A warm wall of brown noise. And a long, slow, frozen lick. Layer them together, start early, and you've built the 1-hour comfort shield. But this only protects the outside, one storm at a time. Now we have to fix the inside so the fear gets smaller and smaller instead of bigger and bigger. So, how do you actually shrink a fear? Let's go inside. Step 2 is the long-term fix, and it's simpler than it sounds. The goal is to slowly, gently teach your dog's brain that these sounds don't mean danger, a process behaviorists call desensitization and counterconditioning. Fancy words, simple idea. You're going to rewrite the story the sound tells. Here's the correct way, and the numbers matter. On calm, ordinary days, not during real storms, you play recorded storm or fireworks sounds at the lowest possible volume, so low you can barely hear it. And the second it starts, you make wonderful things happen. Tiny treats, gentle praise, a favorite game. Sound comes on, good things rain down. After a week or 2, if your dog stays relaxed, you nudge the volume up just 1 notch. Only move up when they're totally calm at the current level. Over several weeks, their brain quietly rewires the story from "that sound means terror" to "that sound means chicken falls from the sky." You're not erasing the fear overnight. You're making it smaller, session by session, so it's far less likely to hijack them next season. And do the same thing with the den. Don't let that cozy spot only appear on scary nights. Feed a few meals in there on calm days. Toss treats inside. Give the frozen lick toy there on a random, peaceful Tuesday. You want your dog to think of that den as the best, safest, most wonderful place in the whole house, long before they ever need it as a shelter. The more everyday joy you bank in that spot, the more powerfully it works when the sky starts booming. Now, I have to be honest with you, because honesty is the whole point of this channel. Everything I've just given you helps a huge number of dogs. But it doesn't fix every dog on its own, and pretending otherwise wouldn't be fair to you. So let's talk about where my home advice ends and your veterinarian's expertise begins. Please call your vet if your dog's fear is severe, if they're hurting themselves trying to escape, breaking teeth or nails, crashing through doors or windows, if the panic is getting dramatically worse every year, if they won't eat or drink for a long stretch, or if the fear is spreading to more and more everyday sounds. That is not a failure on your part, and it's not something to push through at home. That's a medical conversation. And here's something I want every pet parent to hear clearly. For dogs with true severe noise phobia, there are veterinary medications, including ones made specifically for storm and firework anxiety, that can be genuinely life-changing. They're not a last resort, and they're not giving up. They're a tool, and for some dogs, they're the tool that finally lets everything else work. But that's a decision you make with your vet, who knows your dog. I'm never going to hand you a dose over the internet. And please, please don't reach for human medicines from your cabinet. Some are dangerous for dogs, and the wrong one can do real harm. The right move is always the same. Ask your vet about safe options for your dog. The Comfort Shield and your vet's plan aren't rivals, they're teammates. Okay, let's bring it all home. Here's your battle plan. Step 1, build the den. Small, dark, muffled, deep inside the house. Set up 60 minutes early. Step 2. 30 minutes out, put on the snug pressure wrap, fitted like a gentle hug. Step 3. 45 minutes out, turn on the brown noise at a comfortable volume. And Step 4. 15 minutes out, bring out the frozen lick toy, xylitol-free, so your dog goes into the storm already licking, already calming, already anchored. 4 layers, 1 calm hour. That's the 1-hour comfort shield. And you? You stay the coolest, most boring anchor in the room. Underneath it all, running quietly in the background, week after week, your long-term work, teaching that brain a brand new story. And listen, you do not have to do all of this before the next storm. Please don't feel like you have to. If 4 layers feels like a lot tonight, don't build all 4. Pick just one thing from this video. Freeze 1 lick toy, or set up 1 cozy den. Just one. Start there. Your dog doesn't need a perfect plan tomorrow. They just need you to begin. Because here's the truth, my friend. The fact that you watched this entire video, that you're sitting here learning about brown noise and pressure wraps for a creature who can't say thank you, that proves how deeply you love them. And trust me, they know it. They feel it in every quiet, boring, steady moment you give them. You are your dog's only advocate in this world. You're the leader they're looking to when the sky booms. And now you know exactly how to answer that question in their eyes. Is this dangerous? With a calm, quiet, confident no. So picture that next storm, that same 947 boom rolling in from far away. But this time, the den is already built. The lick toy is already frozen. The brown noise is already humming. And instead of finding your best friend shaking behind the toilet, you find them curled up in their safe spot, awake maybe, but calm, riding it out, sleeping through the night. That's what we're building toward. That's the whole reason we're here. So tell me down in the comments, what's your dog's name? And which layer of the comfort shield are you trying first? I read as many comments as I possibly can, and I genuinely love hearing your dog's name. If this helped, give it a like and subscribe. It truly helps this channel protect more dogs who are hiding right now. And do me one kindness. Share this with a friend whose dog struggles when the sky booms. You might just change their dog's whole life. Now go give your dog a gentle scratch behind the ears for Dr. Ben. Stay safe, trust your instincts, and I'll see you in the next video.